welcome back to the show, the Union Street Podcast. I'm your host, Luke O'Neill. Thank you for joining me today on this broadcast. It's September. I can't believe it. The summer flew by and we're staring down fall, and I'm excited for it. I hope you are doing well wherever you are listening or watching this. We've got a episode today all about some updates. Just me talking to you, the viewer, one-on-one. Let's dive into it. We've got an exciting announcement to make about an upcoming comedy show. If you follow our pages, you know we've had several comedians on the show before, and we're actually bringing a comedy show to Union Street Arts on Halloween, October 31st. So stay tuned and we'll get into details about that event. We were part of Freedom Sings event, which we want to recap. Amazing event happening on the square, and as well as a few other updates. So stick with us as we dive in. So it's been a great summer, but I'm excited. We're in Q4. I'm ready to crush it and finish the year strong. I hope you are too, and follow with me. Let's do it. So subscribe to this podcast and follow us online. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, if you want to stay up to date with all Union Street Arts, and subscribe to our newsletter at unionstreetarts.com. All right, enough of that. Now, let's get into this event. So I've had Bryce and David Kirk from Comedy Night at Celebrations on the show, like I mentioned before, and we're joining forces to have a special Comedy Night at Celebrations on tour Halloween comedy show at Union Street Arts. Now, normally this is hosted at Celebrations, but they've had so many weddings booked that their venue wasn't available. So we were thrilled to jump on this show opportunity. Michael Myers, of all people, coming down from Chicago to headline this performance with a name like Michael Myers on Halloween at Union Street Arts. I think we're in store for a cool show. So shout out to Bryce Evans and David Kirk and everybody at Celebrations. Shout out to John out there for keeping the comedy going. It's a lot of fun to watch and to be a part of. So, and shout out to Bryce because he helped Fiona Colley get on our show. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and watch it. So that's really exciting. It's here at Union Street Arts with some special guests. So come on out, wear a costume, stay up to date with more promotions for this show as we get closer here, moving through the month of September. So that'll be fun at Union Street Arts. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you buy tickets. Go to Eventbrite or go to the Comedy Night at Celebrations event page. You can buy tickets there. So be sure to follow them and get tickets ahead of time so you know you'll have a spot, because we have limited seating available. So the tickets link will be in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. And Halloween just got funny because I might be in a costume, some other people might be, so come on out, have fun. There's a lot of events happening in downtown Marion and around Southern Illinois for the Halloween events. So what a good weekend. What a fun time. If you're in Marion, in the area, and you love comedy, come on out. So real quick, we're going to transition to Freedom Sings, which is an event that was put on the square here in Marion. And it was a great time of concert where Nashville songwriters come up. They are paired with a veteran to write a song in a day telling the veteran's story. And I got to be a part of it this year. Shout out to Banterra Bank, who was a sponsor of this event, who also sponsored us to capture audio from this event. So some of the best songwriters in Nashville were literally here. You would know a lot of their hits. And I just got to be a part of that event, recording the audio and mixing and mastering live audio, which was really fun. It's not every day that I get to record, mix and master with live professional musicians. So that was exciting. And shout out to Heroes United, non-for-profit that brings that event here, and all the sponsors and everybody that helps make that happen. There was a cool concert at Little Nashville Cafe. where the performers performed a lot of their hits. And we also, here's a video of us just running the recording. Shout out to Biasy Sound, who was running the live mix. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, great opportunity, and very impactful. There's really some real big highlights that I want to run through. The first night was a welcome party, and one of the previous year's veterans actually presented one of his flags that was flown, I believe, in Iraq when he was in battle over there. And they had so many of these flags, and he brought them home after being flown in war, and he's given them away to different people who he thinks deserves them. And this was his last flag, and he presented it to one of his songwriter from last year. And it was just a really impactful moment. Really cool to see and be a part of that, witness that. And just the songwriting, so thoughtful. Really cool. Friday night at Little Nashville was great. Shout out to Aaron Smith up there. Really cool thing happening in our neighborhood here. Nashville Cafe. It makes perfect sense that the Nashville songwriters would perform there. So that was cool. I got to record that as well. And that was a fun time. Got to, just see them more in a bar, restaurant type setting. It was cool. And then really Saturday, the main event was amazing. The guy who kind of is behind a lot of Freedom Sings, it was his birthday, and Art Starts sang one of his hit songs that he wrote. I believe there's Angels Among Us by Alabama. And so Art Starts, led by a really cool singer-songwriter. I think it's actually Aaron Smith's brother. And they sang that to Don, who's Freedom Sings guy. And it was just so powerful and touching. I really did feel like there was angels among us in that moment. So that was very profound. And then the singers performed their songs with the veterans sitting there. So it was just a really amazing event for the community, especially for the veterans that were there. So thank you to the veterans. What a cool event. Unique as well. So that was really fun. And you can follow along Freedom Sings online. If you're a veteran, want to get involved, I highly recommend it. So check them out online as well. And another fun little thing, they had us bring out the mini bean for this event, which is a lot of fun. Just adds an element of art as well as just kind of fun to an event. And so it's amazing. I love setting the bean up, the mini bean, because every time it's like clockwork. As soon as I set it up, somebody walks up and starts interacting with it, looking at the reflection, taking a picture. I see that a lot. And so that's to see the purpose of that interactive art piece at work on display, just organic, natural, seamlessly, is pretty satisfying for me as a creator, to see that interaction. It's a lot of fun. So thank you again for having us bring out the mini bean. If you want to bring it to your event, I'd love to bring it out. So go to our website. You can find a way to reserve the mini bean, and we'll get you guys taken care of. Okay. Actually, while we're talking about the website, we might as well pull that up so you can see some pictures. Make your event shine, literally, with our mini beans. So there's different packages. Let us know which one you're interested in, or custom package is what you're looking for. We're happy to accommodate and see what we can bring a little magic to your event as well. So that was exciting. And so I want to talk and shift gears into a segment just about Union Street Arts and some updates. We have had some awesome interviews. I've been working a lot on different podcasts, media content. I've been doing community service type projects, behind the scenes, in public, things like that. So I am back in the grind right now, and I'm happy to do it. it's exciting. I know I'm working towards my goals, staying accountable. So that's all good. So Union Street Arts is doing good. I'm working out a plan for next year. It's crazy. We're almost at Christmas. So definitely setting targets this last quarter and just setting course for the ship ride ahead. So if you're still listening to this, I'm glad you're on this journey with me. Shout out to you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. So we actually had an exciting addition. We have been doing a new series, Union on the Street, which is a man on the street type of interview series where I just talk to people. And we actually had our very first correspondent. Well, I guess not technically our first, our newest correspondent for Union Street Arts do a story at the art museum that's at Southeastern Illinois College. And that was exciting because I was out of town. I wasn't able to go. And shout out to Olivia Morgan, who put together this interview with Sandro. Sandro is an amazing artist out of Chicago. He's a photographer who did a series with John Malkovich as his muse. And he is an amazing photographer. He's done some really high-end commercial work. This is more of an art piece that is just really cool. Basically, John Malkovich dresses up in different characters throughout history, throughout pop culture. And he embodies those characters, and Sandro then photographs them. Kind of a recreation in the truest sense. And people from Einstein to Andy Warhol to just random different people that you may never heard of, but a lot that you have. And so that was a really great event. Shout out to Olivia for capturing this event and being a correspondent for Union Street Arts. That's really cool. We appreciate that very much. And so shout out to the college over there too, and the museum, because it's really cool what they've got coming up. And we're hoping to do some more projects with them in the future to keep showcasing and highlighting arts in Southern Illinois, arts and entertainment. So we want to stay focused on that and our goal to share arts and entertainment in Southern Illinois. Not going to lie, it's been so busy. This podcast hasn't came out in 3 weeks, which that's not good. But the good news is I've been editing and working on a lot of other podcasts, shooting, producing, all that jazz. So I don't feel as bad because I know I'm not like twiddling my thumbs. I'm really busy, but it's a fine line running a small business of growth, adding new team. When is enough? These are all questions. And then having, cash flow for the future, as well as the building. This building is over 100 years, getting close to 120, if not right at the doorstep of 120 years old. That's really old. I don't know a lot of things that old around here. So, there's a lot of maintenance and there's a lot of unseen cost, that just go towards maintaining an old building like this. So I'm hoping to steward this facility, for many, many years to come. So that's not cheap to do. So onward and upward. I don't know what the point of that was, but, just that I'm glad to be back on the podcast right now, essentially. I'll always have this podcast to come back to. I took a little break. That's fine. I'm back now. Now, consistency is very important. If I was giving my own advice to myself, I would say don't miss a week. Stick to that schedule. And that's what I do with all my clients. So they know that. That's why they hire me. So thank you to all our amazing clients out there. You guys, none of this would be possible without you. Let's be real. So shout out to Olivia. That was an exciting episode. And we're excited to bring more on the street content as well as this podcast. So just keep following along, stay engaged. Let us know what you guys are thinking. on our post, comment. Good, bad, ugly. Engagement's good. So I'm not saying that the trolls and haters, okay, don't let them get you down. So we're good. So Union Street Arts doing well, staying very busy, and we're actually growing some of our services. So it's exciting. It's an exciting place to be. It's a creative hub. And to be able to do that and provide that, I love it. It's my passion. So I get to create. I get to help people. I really am living the dream here. So enough about that. A little bit more about some of the community service aspects, because it's not all about business or arts or yourself. It's about serving a greater purpose, and that's part of my compass and ethos. And I recently stepped into the role as vice president for the Marion Cultural and Civic Center Foundation. And I'm very honored to carry on that role and to help steward that organization into the future to continue to benefit the Marion Cultural and Civic Center, the finest performance and arts venue in the region. We're so lucky to have it there. So our foundation exists to help fill the gap in funding that occurs in arts, venues, rising cost of business. Everybody's, feeling the pinch in this economy. Let's be real. Utilities, cost of business, everything. It's very expensive to run a business, have a facility. So foundation tries to fill that gap and fill the need where we can, because everybody needs help, right? I mean, who would say no to that? I don't know anybody. So I want to bring that to your guys' attention, to my audience and our audience at Union Street Arts, because there is a crossroads or a parallel missions or goals with what Union Street Arts does and what is the foundation does at the Civic Center. We're trying to have a lot in common. And so this past weekend at the annual meeting, we were able to present as a foundation to the Civic Center $13,000 to go towards some of those costs that we mentioned earlier to help get kids into the Civic Center, whether that's through the school district, equipment upgrades, cost of business, things like that. So I want to give a shout out to our board members, our board president, Kendra Wooford, Rita Stigley, who is I believe our secretary, our treasurer, Cindy Throgmorton, Bill. He is, I can't remember what position you are, Bill, but you're an important figure on that board. Dan Brown, shout out to Mary Gabby that's in the picture here, as well as, oh my gosh, what is his name? Stotler. David Stotler, who really helped put on a very nice event. Shout out to you guys. Ashley Farthing. I see some others in the picture that I know. Connie Ash. Mr. Clay Damati's wife. Very nice. Waylon Sims is also in the picture here. And our newest board member, Elizabeth Shore. So shout out to all you too. Both the foundation board and the Civic Center board for just kind of working together and continuing keeping arts and music and performance thriving at our Marion Cultural and Civic Center. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate everybody, supporting that. And if you want to become a friend of the foundation and to help that cause, you can go to our website. It's marionccfoundation.org. You can find ways to contribute, to get involved, meet our board, and just an overall up-to-date picture of our Civic Center Foundation. So follow us on Facebook. That's probably the best place to get information. Marion's Cultural and Civic Center Foundation. All right, so that's enough about that. One more note here before we wrap up, and this is one about our business. So Union Street Arts exists as a creative agency that is suited for small businesses. Through the work we've done, we've worked with hundreds of small businesses producing content, podcasts, videos, building websites. And now it's came up so many times. We already do this service and have been doing this service, me personally, for 10 years or more. So this isn't new for me, but this is a new branding vertical for Union Street Arts that we're actively taking on more clients with. And that is actually social media services that work for your business. I have a ton of experience with small businesses. I am a small business owner. I get it. I get the small business struggles and some of the pitfalls. And that's really what I've built my company around, is to help that communications arm of your business to be on point, to be your marketing messenger, to create content for you, to manage it, post it, schedule it, so you don't have to worry about it. It's a full-time job, and you need to focus on your business. You don't need to be worried about being a content creator. If you're running a car shop, you're worried about getting the trucks in, making sure your service is good, having all the right parts, managing your team and front desk. You might not have time to go and do a podcast or to schedule a post or design content, but you know that you need to, because that's where people are looking. So that's why we're adding these services to our webpage, unionstreetarts.com/social-media, where you can see some of our packages that we put together. You can have an entry level of $375 a month with us. And that basically is a starter position where we do 8 posts a month, one platform. We create some content for you and do some graphics, captions, and a monthly report. So basically we can get you started, get you some content going on a consistent basis before we start adding more into like multiple platforms, more posts, videos and photos, more strategy calls, creative growth opportunities. More posting is always better. And the more you post, the more the algorithm's going to reward you for that. So we offer everything up to a full service, end-to-end management across all your platforms, your videos, your photos, your podcasts, your websites, branding, graphic design campaigns, your account manager, everything. That's the highest end of work that we provide at our agency. We do a one-stop shop where we just handle it all for you. We stay focused on what you do best, and we do what we do best, which is branding, storytelling, marketing, getting your message across and connecting with an audience, making an impact, standing out. So there you go. So we're excited to launch that. Feel free to reach out. We can have a free discovery call if you need a quick intake. That's on our website. Can fill this out. This is a great way to start. Put in your information here, your budget, your goals, see some examples of our designs, and we can get started. We're looking to add some more social media clients this quarter, so we might be even running some specials, but don't really hesitate to reach out to the end of the year, because we're booking right now. So appreciate that, you guys. If you just get the word out there for us on the social media services that we provide for your business, reach out to us. We can be your one-stop shop creative agency. So that's what we want to do. That's who we are, what we want to be. Yes. So thank you guys for listening to this podcast, Union Street Podcast. I'm Luke O'Neill. It's been a pleasure to sit back down. It feels good. I need to do some more of this just to get the message across on our podcast. Hopefully going to have some new guests coming on soon. So be staying tuned for that. And yeah, go to our Facebook, website, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and just follow along. Engage, stay tuned, and reach out if you ever have any questions. We've got some events coming up. So yeah, be on the lookout for or from Union Street Arts. All right, thanks, guys.